Decentralized social media platforms have been all the hype over the last few years. Everyone is wanting to find the next big social media platform that is going to be completely decentralized. And we've seen Twitter try to tackle this. Twitter has announced that they're going to be making their code open source. We've seen Jack Dorsey, founder of Twitter, say that he is launching a very new platform called Blue Sky that is a decentralized competitor to Twitter. But these haven't really been successful efforts in making a completely decentralized social media platform. And over the last few months, I've been following a few projects in particular that are trying to do this, but there's one that has stood out. I have an account on it. I sometimes post on there, and I want to just share with you a few specific details of a project called Floyx, which was founded in 2018, and they are doing some big things in the Web 3.0 social media space. They're trying to be an alternative and competitive platform to the likes of like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all these other well-known social media platforms, but they're trying to offer solutions to enhance security, make it more decentralized, and fight against widespread censorship, which has been a huge problem over the last 2 years. You see people getting canceled and banned for reasons that many people don't agree with. So I want to do a bit of a deep dive into this platform. They do have an airdrop that is currently going on where you can be eligible to win and receive tokens. It's a $15,000 airdrop. We'll go more into that in a minute, but I want to go over specific details of this platform because they have been working very hard over the last 4 years, making major updates, new improvements, new upgrades to the platform that are worth going over, and is why I think this one is going to beat out all the other competitors and potentially be a rival to the likes of many of the top social media platforms today. So Floyx is ultimately a platform that was established in 2018, and the way it works is it's much like other social media platforms in its design. You could see it's very easy to post videos, text posts, images. They have all these aspects, and they're even adding new features as well, like podcasting. But the few things that stand out is that in 2021, the team ultimately decided to use blockchain technology and Web3 assumptions to achieve a goal of building a decentralized social media platform. Functions outside centralized system, can't be controlled by one person. You can't just ban someone for any random reason. That's not the way it works. Then in 2022, the team decided to develop additional monetization systems and features that rival and beat out many of the monetization systems that centralized social media platforms have. The only platform that really does it well is YouTube, but you see all the time people complaining about Twitter monetization, TikTok monetization, Instagram monetization is basically non-existent. So with Floyx, they are trying to reinvent that. In 2022, they focused a lot on building out these monetization areas, monetization systems in the areas of like video, live streams, closed groups, closed written publications, like podcasts and more. They really focus on all aspects and monetization systems across all different mediums. Like I said, text, visual, audio, all those different things. Now, in 2023, the team has ultimately been developing a full and complete scope of new features and new areas for the platform. And now, because they've been working so hard developing monetization features, new product features, and focusing on Web3 in general over the last few years, now what they are doing is they are finally ready to have this pre-sale. So that's something I really like about it. They've been focusing a lot on development, building a great product, building something that's useful, something that people can already use before they launch a token. And many projects don't do that. They try to launch a token to then raise money to then build a project, but they did this the opposite. Floyx ultimately said, we want to build a great product first, then we'll worry about rolling out a public sale for a token. We don't want to just get people's money if there's not a product that's actually fully functioning. So they did it a way that I think was smart and valuable to users and investors. So the way it works is the token is ultimately one of the most important aspects of the ecosystem, like any token is for a Web 3.0 project. It allows for voting in the DAO, which allows you to make decisions on further development of the platform for any aspect of it moving forward. And it also allows you to stake your tokens, get aspect to NFT cards, and things like that. In addition to this, when you're looking at the team, a few things stand out. Floyx team is very lean in its numbers, has about a dozen or so people, but focus mainly on programmers who are focused on designing functionality and products of the platform. They are located all around the world. You can see this from like US, Poland, Scotland, China, India, Pakistan. So this is something that is very important in my opinion, because when you're looking at a project, one of the most important things is seeing that they have a very strong background in programming and wide diversity across many different countries, because that is crucial for any social media platform, really any project in general. The last few things before we dive a little bit deeper is going to be when you look at a few of their partners. They have many partners ranging from Polygon, which is massive in my opinion. It's a Polygon-matic based project. They have partnerships with Clever, Swift Blockchain, BitKeep, Hyperpay, Solid Proof, and many more. And you could see over the last few months, they've been making major partnerships with, like, for example, you can see all of them listed right here on the Medium page, from Clever Wallet to Hyperpay, SafePal Wallet to BitKeep Wallet to Hard. They have so many major partnerships, and this is all before they've even had a public sale of their token, which is something that you don't see in the crypto space. So just something to keep in mind before even using the platform or deciding to invest in the token. This is just something you need to keep in mind. In addition to this, Floyx token itself has not only been audited, fully compliant, but also received a legal opinion issued by Singapore law firms, which is represented by all exchanges and launchpads in the market. So there's nothing you have to worry about there in terms of security or reliability. It's all right there, you could see. Now let's talk about a few of the things in particular with Floyx chain. So when you're looking at it, there's a few things that stand out. Floyx chain is primarily used to power the entire ecosystem, but also facilitate the emergence of new projects or the emergence of like tokenization, which is already in operation. I mean, you can see right here with Floyx is that ultimately Floyx chain is going to make it possible to generate a token automatically. You're going to be able to generate smart contracts automatically, generation of security audits automatically, receive possibly grants, and ultimately like marketing support as well. So this is going to be a game changer for the entire Floyx ecosystem, is when they really have this Floyx chain. So something else to keep in mind. Last few things with this is going to be when you're comparing it to other Web3 applications. You can see with this graphic right here, if you're comparing and contrasting, let's say Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Floyx, you can see that Floyx has a number of unique advantages from being a Web 3.0 company. You can see that they have great monetization, which, like I said, really only YouTube has right now. We touched on that earlier. You can see for decision making, which is one of the most important things in my opinion, is that the decision making of Floyx is used through a DAO, when decision makings of all the other companies, doesn't matter that Twitter is trying to make their code open source. Ultimately, the decision making is either by a company or one person. With Floyx, it's not, it's through the DAO. And the third thing that really stands out in my opinion is the market cap. You can see that even though Floyx already has number of users, they have a working product, they have a much lower market cap compared to all the other competitors, and that presents a huge opportunity if you're an investor. So something just to keep in mind. Last thing before we go into what's going on with the airdrop is I want to touch on what's going on with some utility aspects of Floyx token itself. When you're looking at the Floyx token for utility, I want to pull up a graphic right here because it really and uniquely shows some of the advantages and utility of its token. It has unique aspects and utility features for example, like layer 1. Gas fees will be deducted in Floyx coin, which will boost the usability of Floyx coin, and users will not need any other coins to pay gas fees. That is something that's really important. Another thing is the DAO. If you use a social media platform, you should be able to help make decisions and vote on what are the changes going to be moving forward. That is one of the utility aspects of Floyx token, because if you own the token, you'll have rights to make decisions and vote on what's going to be made, what's going to be changed, what's going to be improved upon on the platform. And you can see all the others right here, but I just wanted to really highlight like the ecosystem, DAO, and for staking and farming as well. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into what's going on with this airdrop. So DAO Maker is going to be hosting an airdrop, which is $15,000 for Floyx. You can see all the information right here. I'll link it down below, but they're going to be giving away $15,000 in Floyx tokens, which is going to be shared among all the participants. It's very easy, very simple to take part in this, but ultimately the way it works is that wallets with $500 in their wallet will receive a much larger allocation of tokens than empty accounts. These are like labeled as significant accounts. So if you are interested in this project and you use social media platforms, you're looking for a decentralized social media platform to get involved in, you can actually get airdrop tokens from participating in this $15,000 Floyx token airdrop on DAO Maker. You just have to cast a vote. You can see, you can do all the things right there. And before we wrap up the video, I want to just touch on a few more things for the token. We talked about utility, we talked about the platform, and we talked about this airdrop. But when you're looking at the token, a few things stand out. The token, the price is going to be 0.0003 plus the purchase tokens Floyx gives as a bonus. So ultimately, right now, in this round of pre-sale, which is before the public sale, you could get that 0.0003 price plus additional tokens that Floyx gives as a bonus. This is the last time the price is ever going to be this low, and that is just because you're getting it early before they have their public sale. You could see that the circulating supply and public supply all listed right here. You can see all the tokenomics on their website, but you can see that right now the price is 0.0003, and if you get in during like that private sale before they launch, before they have their public sale, you'll also get an additional bonus. Tokens are going to have like a 10% released at TGE, and then 7.5% are going to be vested every single 30 days. Ultimately, those are just things you don't really need to worry about. If you believe in a project long term, like I do, when I invest in a project, when I look at a project, I want to make sure they have a solid team, solid working product, and they also have a strong roadmap. And when you're looking at Floyx's roadmap, you can see all the information on their Medium page. You can see all the information on their white paper. They have roadmap planned out well into 2024 with key events like the trader profile, which is going to be launching in this quarter, Q2 of 2023. It's going to have unique features of it for like profile management capabilities. You can see they already are on iOS and on Android, and these are just things you need to be aware of when you're investing in a project. These are things that I am aware of as well.